Doom cha doom doom cha doom doom cha doom doom.
Oh, fucking K. Okay. So today, let me roll these windows up real quick. First, go to Starbucks and get a drink and something to eat. We're almost done. I can't think of anything else that I'm doing today. I might go to Sis Got Tea. I'll make a purchase while I'm there, but they have free Plan B, free menstrual products, and free water, some other like free stuff. They also have like books for sale. They sell tea, like loose tea that you can just buy to brew at home, or they sell tea that you can buy like hot or iced there at the store. So if they're open, I'll probably swing by there too. They have like a Pride drink right now and a Juneteenth drink right now. So I don't really like tea, but it's a it's a small local independent business owned by a queer black woman who, I remember she wanted to do this whenever I worked at Starbucks back in like 2019, 2020, right before the pandemic happened. So I really believe in it, even if I don't necessarily like the product and I want to show my support. So I may end up going there maybe instead of Starbucks and getting a lemonade and some water or something. We'll see. Decided to go to Sis Got Tea instead of Starbucks, but I went across the free bridge rather than the toll bridge, and I also forgot to get into the correct lane. I'm gonna fuck this up somehow, I just know it. I had to make this turn on so long. But I've not been this way in so long. I figured I'd come and check out where I used to work and run across the street and show you one of the best views you'll have of the Ohio River in the city of Louisville for free. So this is, if you were following the 2020, summer 2020 protests for Breonna Taylor's death, this is this is where that happened at, basically. Well, not where the shooting happened, but where a lot of like just base camp was for the protests. Getting ready to pass the free public library in Louisville. It is, I mean, obviously anywhere you live, I would recommend, if you have a public library, to get a library card. That is the ultimate freebie. I'm gonna get these freebies one way or another. If I end up at the end with some short, I'm gonna be like, well, I showed you the library. Get a library card. You can get, if your library has it, Libby, which is where you can basically just like check out audiobooks like digitally. Back in the day, you'd have to like get the books on tape and check them out physically, but you can get just digital audiobooks. Yeah, I'm not looking, but over there is the library. And then this used to be our like local little bodega. It closed down not long after COVID just because it's not sustainable if nobody's downtown. And nobody was downtown. But our old apartment building is over there. So one big problem with Germantown is parking. Parking freaking sucks. So I have parked at the Nitty Gritty and Fat Rabbit. I'm gonna go to Fat Rabbit and run in real quick. That way I can say I was parked for them. Because Fat Rabbit's in this door, so I gotta go in this building, so I gotta go around. So I'll run into Fat Rabbit, and then I will run down to Sis Got Tea. Now, Fat Rabbit used to be a completely different part of town. I guess not completely different, but it was next to a bar, and it may have even been a sushi place, but it was called Kaiju. I have no idea what Nitty Gritty is. I'm guessing it is another thrift store? I don't know. Oh, nice. They're selling movies. I love Fat Rabbit though. I like looking at their vintage tees. The little stickers. 50 cents each. Here we go. The music was super freaking loud in Fat Rabbit, so this is just me looking through a bunch of stickers that they had. If you want, I can post more, but I mean, this is just a means to an end. I finally found one that I liked, which was Stefan, a Bill Hader character from SNL. I do not wear Crocs, but they had gibbets. Thought those were pretty cute. I always like checking out their vintage buttons. Sometimes they have just like old campaign buttons. It's a very punk store, very oriented in that fashion and style. I have High Life magazines, little prize guys, lots of books, so much physical media. It is an interesting store that you could stay in for hours. So many records. If I had a player that worked, my God. There's the space used to be a lot smaller where they were back whenever they were next to Kaiju. At this point I was like, well, I want more than just a sticker. Let me look at their shirts. Loved that Raglan shirt, but it was out of my price range and I didn't think I would really wear it that often. Realized tanks and tees were a little bit cheaper, so I was just kind of trying to find one that didn't have that, weird texture. Like, I liked that color of the red one. Found a really soft orange one and ended up going with that instead. Now that I have appropriately shopped at Fat Rabbit, I got a sticker, and I'm glad that I went ahead and got the shirt because it's minimum $2 for a card purchase. That was really the only sticker that I saw that I liked. 976. This is 82. It's just smoking over here. Oh, it must be like for this like new age place. Incense burning. Yeah, I think this is them here. Okay, cool. Oh, here we go. Yes. All right. This is their newly painted native plant garden. And some of the things in the garden actually are like stuff that they use in their drinks. Like they're going to be using them in their drinks once they have enough of it. I think it's maybe in this may be the froggies. But they always just have fresh water for puppies. I know. And then we're gonna do this Ditch and Ditch craft circle. I'm so excited. also have free lollipops. I take a little strawberry one for later, and free water. These are all the teas I have right now that you can get made here, fresh, hot, or iced. And I did ask just to make sure whenever I came in that everyone was okay with me recording. I don't like recording people without their permission. Oh, and they have free fruit too you can take. I'm sorry, Miles, what are your pronouns?
Any pronouns.
I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Where I refer to you on camera the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I got here just in time because the owner was leaving too. She said it was cool. Go here and sit for a bit. It's so calm and quiet. It looks different on the pictures, but like still the same. Like it's hard to get like a scope of the space, I guess. But I remember like seeing, like I've just been following like when she got the space, when the paintings went up, when the little coffee cups went up. I came in and I was like, the coffee cups. It's like going to tea Disneyland.
Yeah, I was following them on Instagram for like 2-3 years, something like that.
Yeah.
They posted that there was a job opening, and I was like, well, don't mind if I do.
Right, exactly. And I know the back break area went like a little viral at one point, and I was like, good, more people should know about them. Because like I worked at Starbucks back in like 2018 and 2019, and one of my friends like knew about like the want to do a physical space, so then I just started like following on Instagram too. And then when I saw the physical space, I was like, yes, dreams come true. Perseverance.
It's so fun.
And you've got these books you can check out. Well, you can buy them or you can read them while you're here from Foxy Books. Very excited to come back at some point for the Stitch and Bitch Craft Circle. Celebrate tea. Come back with Mercy sometime and sit outside with her. Check them out. Look at this. Ooh. Ooh. You really taste the, I think it'll be passion fruit in there. This lemonade's good. Ooh. God, that's good. There's like I think they have pink shimmer powder or something in there. That's fun. Says, come on in, we've been waiting a long time for you. It's just a really nice space. Just take time to do good stuff for yourself. I always get one. I love coffee news and I love Leo's. I'm always free. So, this heat, as Sis Got Tea, their self posted this. It is racist and it is homophobic. So you gotta get the lemonade. I didn't really want to film that much in there because it felt like Miles was kind of, I don't know, maybe was shy. I know I'm shy and awkward, so I didn't want to like put them on the spot and be like interviewing them because I wouldn't even know what to ask. I just wanted to make sure it was okay that like if I was panning the shot to like get the menu and they came into the shot that I didn't get them in the picture. It said any pronouns work, so I'm gonna stick with they. But just so you know, in case I end up editing that out, where I asked in the footage, if I edit that out, if you're referring to them in the comments, they said any pronouns are fine. But that was Miles, and the owner was in there as well whenever I first went in. They were literally talking about redlining whenever I walked in. It's a really beautiful space. This drink is a really like literally like beautiful drink. It is like a little galaxy in a cup. I'll have to put up what all is in it over here, but it's supposed to, I know like passion fruit, I believe, and hibiscus. I do believe it's an herbal tea, which I didn't think I would like. I'll be completely honest. I just burped and it almost tastes peppery. I don't think that's one of the things, but it's just really good. It's not, none of their tea comes sweetened. So I guess that might be why it's not super sweet. So I'm drinking this with no added sweetener from what I remember of the recipe. So you know me and you know I love my sugar. If I'm drinking this and not having to add anything to it, like I'm gonna add the lemonade just because you can do that to any of them, or you can add lemonade to it. I'm just doing that for funsies. I don't have to worry about switching the cup over halfway through. But let's see what it tastes like with the lemonade added. Their lemonade was really good too. It was super tart. Oh, that's really good. This is good. You can kind of see the swirls a little bit better now too, that it's a little more full, a little bit lightened up. So from here, going to the mall finally. These are all going into different videos, so it's whatever, but this is gonna go with my other downtown footage. And then the mall stuff is just gonna be filmed to go with Auntie Anne's footage. So when this is in a video, it's gonna be in its own video, but just know if you see me in this same shirt and me looking this sweaty again, these were all filmed the same day. So I'm gonna turn this off, pull up my ways directions, put back on my Lilith Fair playlist, and hit the road, Jack. So I didn't get to record a sign off just because from there I went to Qdoba, which will be in another video, and then I went to the mall, which was in a previous video. I was kind of all over the place on that day. I was the 30th and I was like, I have to get everything done. So this is just me going through their website just to show you what all they have, all the different teas. This was really the main thing they had for a long time until they got the physical space, which is a remodeled shotgun house on Barrett Avenue. There were a lot of those, a lot more of those than I realized, but it makes sense just because shotgun houses are so open concept already. Basically the concept is you could fire a shotgun from one end of the house to the other. From what I understand that Chris has told me, they're one of his favorite kinds of houses. So yeah, they have actually much less on their website right now than they used to have, just because they've sold so much, but they're constantly adding things to the actual storefront. Some of the things that I showed there, they've actually updated since then. They have more flavored straw types. They have, of course, their prepackaged teas. This, if you want to pause and read as we go along, this is just kind of their story in her own words. They now are selling the plants in the store from the Native Oasis who did the garden out front. they're considering maybe doing coffee. That was one of the more recent posts on Facebook. They're constantly getting feedback from customers in the community of what's wanted. There's going to be a block party on Barrett Avenue coming up on the 29th of July. I would love to go to that. I'm going to try really hard to make it down there. I do get paid next week, so hopefully I can squirrel some extra cash away and go have some fun next weekend. But yeah, so really awesome place. I was a little more affected by being there than I realized I would be, but it's just kind of cool being inside of someone's dream. It's like just from concept that I'd heard about before the pandemic, you know, when everything just seemed so dark and grim, and then during the pandemic everything was just really rough for a lot of reasons, especially that first year when this was really starting to take off as an online storefront, as a pop-up shop, and then to now be just in that safe, quiet space, just fully realized, just gave me a lot of hope and gave me a lot of patience. You know, what we want isn't going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen without work and dedication. So special shout out to Sis Got Tea, to Ariel for letting me film, for Miles for also letting me film. It was really cool. She was like, hey, I'm cool with it. Miles, are you okay with it? Miles said they were okay with it. And then she said, and Miles, you know you have the right to rescind that consent at any point if you don't feel comfortable. Just more employers like that for that and so many other reasons. She's just really cool. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this far. Thanks for acknowledging local business. That was kind of the thing with this video specifically. I did so many like corporate stores that were just giving away things for free that I really wanted to focus this video on local small businesses. And even though the free thing I got was a sucker, you know, I think the real gift was the experience. So be sure to check them out and follow them on Facebook. Bye, guys.